I was on a horse for about 4 seconds. I got the video. We could share it. Bro, I was terrified.
Your sister's horse?
Yeah.
Wow.
I couldn't do it. Just getting up there is hard.
Isn't it scarier just hopping off then?
I just had to get off of it because you can't control them at all.
But once you hop off, can't it, like, that's when it gets you?
Probably. I was like,
I think I'd be safer on.
I couldn't even stay on it.
Wow.
It was like, it had a saddle, but those saddles aren't as sturdy as you think.
They told you, someone was telling you to use your, like, legs?
Yeah.
They're telling you that thing? Yeah, it's like skiing. Everybody thinks they can just talk you through it. But it's like, no, this is scary.
Yeah, those people, the real cowboys that did it, that they have those spurs that used to use those to kick the horses.
Right. But also, it's like you develop a certain kind of balance of, like, leg balance, where it's like your legs can do that.
What do you think?
That's not what your legs don't naturally do that motion.
What do you think a horse is thinking when it's getting whipped, those cowboys running? When you see them,
Oh, right.
Like, what's the point of horse racing?
The horse doesn't even feel it, I think.
Really?
Yeah. The horses, if you think about how fucking big a horse is and how, like, muscular it is, I feel like none of that stuff even matters to it. All the psychology of it. And it's like, I feel like only a few horses are actually running as fast as they can.
Huh.
Most horses, I'm pretty sure, it's like, this isn't even that big of a deal to me.
Yeah, it's crazy people still go to the track.
I can see that. I mean, it's still like, I feel like of all the animal cruelty kind of stuff, horse racing is pretty low on the list.
Yeah.
I mean, they kill dogs and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I know this girl from China, and they eat dogs. I didn't know that they really eat dogs.
I mean, I don't even mean that. I mean, if you at the shelter, if no one adopts the dog after a while, the dog's getting put down.
Wow.
People don't do that to horses.
Yeah.
The horses still have jobs after they've passed their prime.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know how you even know how old a horse is to even work when you buy them all used up like that.
Right, yeah.
And people still going to the track. Imagine that. I heard a story of this dude, man. It was actually, a guy I know is his buddy's dad, or he was telling me he's got good friends with this guy, and his father messed him all up in the head because he used to take his son down to the horse track, and he'd rip up the losing tickets, and he'd be like, you see that? That's your college fund on the ground. You're going to have to work hard, son.
Wow.
Why would you mess your son up like that?
Yeah, it's not the son's fault.
His son didn't pick the horse.
Yeah, it's the horse's fault. Man. So you about to go to the wedding?
Yep. Single, too, man, because I can't bring my lady. It was too short a notice.
You're bringing your suit?
Yeah. I got it all ready to go.
Wow. You think you're going to cry at the wedding?
No.
You ever cried? When's the last time you cried in public?
I didn't cry at a wedding. Last time I cried in public, I don't know, to be honest. That's a damn good question.
It's been some time.
Yeah.
Now, you never know. Maybe this is your chance. Just let it out.
Well, why would people cry at a wedding? Tears of joy? Or?
Yeah, it's your male cousin, or
Yeah, my cousin did it right, man. He's a good guy.
yeah,
He
you
was
get to
raised
see him
right.
finally. Right, the boy came up.
Yeah, he did.
That boy was raised right.
I remember when he was just a young boy. My buddy Gino.
What's have you met his fiance?
Yeah, she's great.
There you go. That's
I
why
think
you
they
cry.
watched the podcast.
That's
so
why you cry.
congratulations.
Because it's like, look, they found love in a cold world.
Oh, like tears of joy?
Yeah, or sadness. I don't know, whatever. Maybe you thought it was gonna be you. Now you got to watch your bum ass cousin get married.
These two
Let
brothers.
a couple tears out.
No, I'll tell you, man, my cousin, he deserves marriage, dude. He built houses by himself.
Wow.
Him and his brother, since he was like 7 years old, he's way more of a man than me.
Huh.
It's him and his brother, Gino and Anthony. Their father was like from Italy, real tough dude. And my Aunt Sharon's tough as nails, too. So, he was like the type of guy that's like, when people would say, hey, how come you're not out chasing girls? You know how guys are. Like, hey, how come you're not out being a hoe? What's wrong with Gino? He's not being a hoe. And I remember Gino's like, when I meet the right lady, we lock eyes, and I'll know if I'm in love or not.
Wow.
And that's what happened.
Sounded extra Italian.
Yeah, he sounds really Italian.
Wow.
His father got that broken English from the old country.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, it worked out for him.
Yeah, she's a nice girl.
He's got the bug. That's great.
They got 2 kids together now too.
Oh, wow. Is it going to be like a big wedding?
Oh yeah,
Lots of people?
a lot of Italians.
There you go.
I'm gonna try to get them
They're
all
going
out
to
on
play
the
all
dance
those
floor.
like wedding dance songs and shit.
Yeah, I think we'll get somebody's gonna come up and sing one of my uncles. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amore.
Yeah.
That's what they
Those
say.
fucking circus songs.
And Dominic the donkey.
Oh, wow.
You know what sucks at these weddings, though? Well, my family's great. This side of the family's great. But, you know, when Italians and other Italians meet, like if they're Italians from Sicily and Italians from, like, Napoli, you know, there might be a problem.
Right.
I remember the last wedding, my cousin's wedding, one of the bridesmaids shot her boyfriend and killed him 3 weeks later because he tried breaking in the house, and she got off.
Wow.
He did try breaking in.
Yeah.
I mean, even though
Protect
she knew
your
it was him, you know,
Yeah.
you never know what he's going to do.
Wow.
But, yeah, and then there was an uncle that fought. Somebody fell in a bush. It was a whole argument. I just
Wow.
hope that doesn't happen. You know, old
It
school.
feels like you get a little bit of drama. Every wedding should have a little bit of drama.
Yeah.
It shouldn't just go off without a hitch.
Well, you don't want the wife making out with the bartender. That's a common
But I mean,
thing.
like, you want somebody's dad fighting somebody's brother.
Yeah, over
Yeah.
who gets to do the speech.
Yeah, exactly. And then by the end of the night, they make up because
Well-
of, you know, for the family.
You know what happens when money's involved? I seen that at a wedding. This guy, it wasn't even his daughter. It was his niece. But he paid for the wedding.
Oh,
So
wow.
he gave the speech. He walked her down the aisle. The dad felt so embarrassed. He's like, I couldn't even walk my daughter down the aisle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't let that happen.
Oh, hey,
No,
if you
we're
don't
getting
pay.
married at my house.
Yeah, you got to be the money man, though.
Jesus. Did you get them a gift?
I'm going to give him cash.
Oh, there you go. No, there you go.
Yeah.
That's Italian for you right
Cash is king.
Yeah.
Envelope with some money in
there. Put
it.
that in an envelope
Hey.
and just slide it.
Don't worry about it.
You gotta
Welcome to the family.
Put it in his front pocket and give him a little slap.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
You
Take
ever
care of this
see-
girl for you.
It's going to be just like the movie Goodfellas. That's exactly how
Oh, yeah.
my family is.
Yeah, that means that he's walking out of there with fucking 30 grand or something.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully.
That's great. Dude.
Good for him starting his family off nice. He's got his
Well, he's already
baby.
got a family at this point. So.
Yeah. But
That's-
they're just starting out.
And then you said there's another wedding right after this.
His
too.
brother Anthony.
Wow.
Yep. They both met girls. And
So
they
they started this business together.
Yeah.
They both met girls at the same time, and they're just getting married right next to each other.
at the same place. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Gino and Anthony. They do everything together.
Jeez. These guys got to start the podcast.
Man, dude, they would kill it on a podcast.
Yeah. I'm sure they already got the natural rhythm down.
Yeah, they do. They're talking all, and they're both very Italian. They'll be like, Dominic, you know, I'm hanging from the rafters. It's 40 feet. I fall.
So
That's it.
these guys are American though.
Well, yeah,
they're
but
not.
their father's from Italy,
Oh wow.
and they never really went to school so much. They just built houses with their dad since they were 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
These guys are. It's on your dad's side or your mom's side?
My dad's side,
Oh wow.
and
these
they're
are-
huge Italians. Like they took after the good side,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
small,
Well, they're
dude.
like the bulky type.
and they're tall. Their hands are huge. They're just big Italians, 6 foot tall,
Wow.
probably 280 pounds.
Yeah, you can never build a house.
Swinging hammers all day. Nah, I can't.
You got to have a certain build. To be
Yeah.
able to, like,
You gotta be able to swing that hammer all day.
well, you got to be able to climb a ladder and not be at the very top. You got to be like on the third rung and just be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put up. Some
Dude, I
rafters.
tried. It's too hard to work. I tried doing construction. My knees don't even hold it. The tool belt alone weighs as much as me. I was like 119 pounds.
Not even just that. You got to know what you're doing too.
Oh, yeah. That's
You
a
got to
good
like.
point.
You can't. I'd get like halfway and then realize I fucked up, and it's like, oh, we got to start over.
Yeah, that happens. It's a lot of measuring. Building brick
Well, I think
walls.
once you're actually those guys though, once they're good at it, I bet they just like start.
Oh, yeah. They
come
smack
in.
it out.
Yeah, it's like.
But I did some
the Amish.
construction. I built brick walls. You got to constantly measure.
Right. Ah, brick wall is not a house though.
Oh, yeah,
You
but
had
it's
to
still,
build a house with all the actual like triangles and shit.
there's a lot to it. Framing. They call it framing.
They got that like Japanese style house where you don't even nail anything together.
That's
it's
crazy.
just like wood that's been carved into wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen your video about Japan, too.
Oh yeah. People are mad at me about that.
Yeah.
I stand by what I said.
Man, I love Japan. When's the last time you've been to Japan?
I was in high school.
Man, you gotta go back.
Yeah, my family just went back recently, but that flight, man, I can't do that flight from here.
It's about, well, you can do a connecting one, Sapporo.
I'll have to fly to San Francisco, stay there for a little bit, and then make another leg. But it's like, boy,
Man, I took mine, I think, straight from New York to Sapporo, 16 hours.
Oh my god.
And then lay over in Sapporo for 3 hours, and then from there to Tokyo, 3 hours.
Man, you got a high tolerance for this shit. You're about to go to Youngstown for fucking 19 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, I got to bring something to do, write jokes or something. See, the thing is, everybody's ignorant on the Greyhound, so you can't really even do anything.
You got to get the loudest noise-canceling headphones of all time.
I have them. I can't find the charger.
Oh, no.
I know,
Better
dude.
get that fixed, bro.
It's a weird charger.
Oh, that's going to be...
But you're right.
would be a brutal bus ride if you...
Either that or I should just go buy some AirPods. I don't know how much the cheap ones are. I was going to buy them today because those headphones are so damn big. But
you want big ones,
yeah.
though, for this kind of ride. They got to be... The AirPods will hurt your ears after long. You need, like...
Yeah, I got to find the charger. I got these big dogs. Philips, they're noise canceling. They're good.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Man, that's... Just that bus ride, too, knowing that, like... the kind of people who are on the bus to go to Buffalo.
Bro, and listen, any Greyhound bus. Let me tell you what happened, the one that made me quit bus rides. There was one seat open because they sell these seats out. Like Greyhound, they're not leaving a seat open. So, there's one seat. And the girl's like, you ain't sitting here. And she caused a big problem.
She's got her purse on the seat.
Yeah, and the bus driver's like, look, man, either both y'all got to go or you got to work it out. I'm like, sir, she's telling me I can't sit down. What do you want me to do? Like, he doesn't even get involved. I'm like, miss, I got to sit. Then finally a dude, her boyfriend was sitting over here. He switched. He's like, I don't want no problems. She goes, well, I ain't trying to sit by no white boy. And it's like, she's causing problems with her boyfriend. Saying I finally sit down. The whole bus ride, she's like saying, when we get off, if he even looks at me, I'm fucking him up. And the bus driver's on her side. I'm like, buddy, what the fuck is going on
He
here?
sees the power the power dynamic.
He didn't want his ass whipped.
Wow.
And then before that was the dude that pulled over and smoked cigars every 15 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Took us forever. We missed our connecting bus.
Wow.
He's like, hoorah. He's like, I defended the country. If I want a cigar, I'm going to smoke a cigar. Hoorah.
I feel like you got to sit right next to the bus driver.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, I guess probably you can't choose at this point, but if you can get there early, you got to get seat A2, like right next to him.
Yeah, because people don't really mess around outside the bus rider.
Well, it's more fun. Towards the front, it's going to be a lot less stuff going on, but.
Sometimes I bullshit and start talking shit, and I learned my lesson. I was on a Greyhound once. This is a while ago, and I'm next to this dude, and he was like a real hood dude. He's telling me, yeah, I'm moving bricks, and he showed me had weed in his bag. This is like 7 years ago.
Wow.
Dude had a gun on him, Greyhound bus, dude, straight up.
Right.
And then I kept farting. I don't know if I told you this story before, and he was getting pissed, dude. I couldn't hold it. He had cologne. He's like, man, for real, bro, you really pissing me off. Like, I was sleeping. They were just seeping out. I was like, man, I'm going to get shot over this shit.
Nah, I mean, I think he's got business to attend to. If any, that's the last guy you're going to get shot by.
Yeah, but you never know.
You get shot by somebody else. Well, that dude's he's got a brick to move.
There's those people that just snap. Like, I told you what happened. I'm not going to mention no names, but I had a guy just snap on me so hard for no reason a few nights ago. Like, I was working with.
Oh, yeah.
At a comedy club.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And it's like, dude, there was no reason. The dude was snapping I couldn't even understand why he was snapping. He was like, dude, he's making faces and shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't think he's not going to, got physical. He's not going to physically harm you there.
You never know.
No, but I mean, I think you could take him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that dude looks like he's not in shape.
Yeah, you're right there.
Even with the bus, though, it's like, that's almost like a no conversation situation.
Yeah.
You got to go in with the headphones and you got to pretend to sleep the whole time.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't even everybody gets off the bus to go to Burger King. You wait for a little bit and then get off the bus.
Well, if I break out my laptop, I know that's going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah. No. Eyes closed.
Yeah.
You got to look like you're just like, this dude's
Man,
out. I'm not talking to him.
I am not looking forward to it, bro. I get on the bus at 1:15 in the morning tonight.
Wow. Well, at least then you could just hopefully sleep, right?
Yeah, well, it's 2 hours or 3 hours to Buffalo, and then I'm there for like 5 hours.
Oh, my God.
But, those buses never run on time. I should have tried to find a cheap flight, but the problem is to get picked up in Pittsburgh's a pain in the ass.
Oh, right, yeah. Man, that's brutal. Because on the map, that's not even that far away.
Well, you could drive it in 6 hours.
Yeah.
I was gonna call my cousin Robbie and see when he's going. And try to hitch a ride with him, but I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
I'll hitch one back.
Man, your cousin. Hopefully, he appreciates the journey you went on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta at least like when you put the money in his pocket, you gotta at least tell him. It's like, bro, I was just on a Greyhound, like in 26 hours.
Yeah. And those Greyhounds now, they're not like somebody bought it and they're making shit real cheap. So one Greyhound I was on, there's no indoor bus station, so we just had to stand outside for like 5 hours.
Yeah, yeah. If you take a megabus from over there, from
Or a
like
Flex.
yeah,
I think. Well, Greyhound was bought by Flex, I think,
okay,
or
yeah.
something, because the buses say Flex on them now, and there's no stations.
That's what's funny though about taking buses, because people are always talking about like we should get high speed rail in this country.
Yeah.
It's like in Japan, or you take a bullet train
Yeah.
over from here to there. But it's like the bus. There's nothing about a bus that it necessarily has to be bad. If they wanted to make buses nice, they could. There are like nice buses for rich people
Yeah.
that go to Connecticut or something.
Yeah.
The problem is that like when people think bus, they think megabus or Greyhound.
Yeah.
So they think it has to be shitty. But it's like, no, this would be such a good business. If somebody could actually make a good bus that goes from here to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And Megabus had one, and I don't know what happened. Megabus went out of business, too.
Oh, really?
They must have. I couldn't find anything for them.
Peter Pan bus or something?
Yeah, there's those. Isn't that the Japanese bus?
No. There's the Chinatown bus, which is like the fake Peter Pan bus.
That's the best bus.
Yeah.
I mean, aesthetically, it's the worst. But it'll get you there. They do about 110 the whole way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and then you got to do it all again.
Yep.
After this, no more weddings, so.
Dude, I got an Italian family.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's getting married?
It's hard to come home. Yeah, dude. I mean, just going home in general. Look at how much I go home. How often do you go home?
Twice a year.
Okay, so I probably go home 6 times a year.
Well, I fly, though, so it's pretty, yeah.
Did somebody pick you up from the airport or you Uber?
I take a train.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, it's public transit from there. It's not that bad.
I mean, where you're from, it's a lot more upgraded than Youngstown.
Yeah. I mean, it's flying from a big city to a big city, so it's like it's not that bad. It is. I mean, like you can feel it physically. It does take it out of you.
Yeah.
And then knowing that, like, you got to walk straight off of that into like kind of a social situation.
Oh man.
It's not like you're walking to a hotel. It's like,
Yeah.
no, you're going straight into the belly of the beast.
People bringing up the past as soon as you walk in the door.
Well, you haven't slept in
Yeah.
36 hours, and now you actually got to have like a debate.
Everybody wants to see you.
Yeah.
You got to catch up on all the family drama.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure everybody's going to want to talk to you about what's going on. They're watching the videos.
Yeah, maybe.
They're seeing your Facebook. I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of drama you can catch up on.
I'm sure there will
Who's
be a
fighting
little
with
bit.
who?
Well, I feel like the drama starts when I come home. Everybody gets along great, but then, when you come home, I picture.
Here's the big shot.
Yeah.
The big star.
All the problems start coming out.
Yeah.
What's the matter? You never call me.
You're too good to work on homes. This guy thinks he's so cool because he's on Facebook.
Yeah.
What's he got that I don't got?
Hopefully everything goes good.
You do you dance at weddings?
Yeah, I do. A few of my cousins come out. A few people come out. I mean, none of us are good dancers, but we're having fun.
Oh, nice. You just take off the suit jacket?
Yeah.
Loosen it up a little bit?
Start rolling a little.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the wedding.
They boozing at the wedding, or they?
Probably. The way my cousin does it is slick, man. He comes back day of, stays the night, and he's gone. Like, he bought a car so he could just shoot home. Like, and that's the easiest way to do it. Like,
yeah, of course.
He would leave at about 10 in the morning. We're going to get there. He does the drive in 6 hours.
Wow.
He just bangs it out.
Oh, your cousin that lives here.
Yeah, 1 tank of gas. He got a little, like, Toyota Yaris.
Wow. That wouldn't be that bad.
I know. Dude, I honestly want to buy a car just for that.
Right. I mean, that'd be kind of a lot of money to spend for,
I mean, those little Yaris's are like $3,200.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, nobody wants a Yaris. The
It's
Yaris.
a pretty old car, yeah. At this point, that's like a 22-year-old car.
Well, I think they still make new Yaris's, but they're just
I don't think it's a Yaris, but yeah.
Yeah.
A little hatchback.
The Toyota nobody wants. It's that one.
It's the lowest. Yeah, the lowest of the Toyotas.
Yeah, those are always pretty cheap.
I don't know. Do you want to really, if you buy a car though and you go through all that trouble, don't you want to get something that you actually like?
No, because then you'd have to spend money.
still though, you're already spending some money,
Yeah, but
and you
3
gotta
grand.
you gotta pay for parking, insurance, and everything, and you got some shit car you don't even like.
I feel like 3 grand's nothing. Plus, it's good on gas.
I don't know. You want something that's gonna it's gonna run though, right?
Those little Yaris's run like a motherfucker.
I don't know.
You put a couple dogs back there too and drive around.
Yeah.
They got a big back seat.
Mm-hmm.
What type of car would you get for 3 grand?
I wouldn't spend 3. If I was gonna get something, I'd spend like 10.
Yeah.
I'd get something nice, like a lot of space in the back, so I can move stuff around, and
You'd go SUV.
not SUV, but like whatever the smaller version of SUV. It's
Yeah.
like a Honda CRV or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they call them crossovers.
Yeah, exactly. A little space for my family back there.
They say you got to
Couple
put
kids.
Yeah, they say you can put a little sound system back there.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Boy, it's getting hot in the city, huh?
Dude, I don't want to leave right now. The weather's perfect. This is
Yeah.
the day.
You're gonna get back. It's gonna be sweaty.
It's going to be raining for the next 30 days, I bet.
Yeah.
With my luck. Dude, you know how much I hate traveling? Dude,
Yeah.
I burn myself out with traveling.
That's tough. That is a tough business to be in if you hate traveling.
When I start talking to people, they're like, you got to be making this up. There's no way all this happened. I'm like, bro, do you understand? I was in 3 different countries in 72 hours.
Oh my God.
Like, I got a friend, she's going to Paris, and, she's all excited, and I get you should be excited. I'm like, oh, man, that's going to suck. Just flying there. People in Paris are assholes. You can't figure out the airport. You can't figure out the cars in Paris.
Yep.
Nobody knows English. It's like Italy.
Yeah, well, it's like a foreign country.
It's crazy, but at least in a lot of these foreign countries, they know English. Like in Japan, they know English. I don't know, a lot of these.
Why would you expect to go to a foreign country and then for them to know English, though? I mean,
It's just, I guess
that's
like,
not actually that. I mean, like, think about it from their part.
Yeah, why would you learn it?
Their English is as good as your French is, so it's, Still, though, I totally get, like, I mean, can you imagine traveling, like, for leisure at this point?
No.
If someone's like, hey, let's go to the DR.
Dude, I don't even want to go to Connecticut.
Yeah.
Motherfucker said, my girl was like, yo, let's go up to the Hamptons for a weekend. I'm like, why?
Yeah, right.
I don't even know what the Hamptons are either.
It's like the same as the Poconos. We talked about this before. It's like the Poconos or something. It's one of those places people go.
Yeah. Or Connecticut. People love Connecticut.
Well, at least that's like not that far. If you're like, you take like a nice little train ride, take the Metro North or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like the idea, whenever who's talking about it, whenever you see somebody post their tour dates and it's just list city, and some of the cities are in Europe.
Yeah.
And some of the cities are like East Coast, West Coast, and you're seeing like, oh, this guy is, you could see just looking at the list what their life is like, where it's like this dude gets back on Monday, he's got 2 days and then he's out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, I would want to quit that after like a week.
What girl would stay with somebody doing that?
I mean, a girl who also travels,
Yeah.
that's a pretty common thing, I think, especially if you're in like, high power situations.
You got to date somebody that
It's
travels.
not even that, but it's like, how good of a relationship could you be in if you see them once a week?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, like, unless it's already like you've already known this person for 20 years or something.
I knew so many people when I got on the cruise ships, like after, I was only on them for 3 years, and I met other comedians that I know, and they were like, yeah, man, I'm happy I got the cruises. I just had a baby, and I remember we were all like, oh, that's great, we're making money. And then you see them like 2 years later, like, oh, yeah, me and the wife didn't work out. It's like,
wow,
dude, she ain't sticking around, bro.
Yeah.
Gone for
she's
3
not
years.
Sticking with you for carnival money.
Right.
Better get on that princess cruise.
Yeah. That's the truth, too.
But just like, I mean, the fact that you have to physically, just knowing that somebody has to go to the airport. And, not only just taking the airport, but, they got to connect. Then, and they're there for like a day and they got to get back to the airport.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What kind of life is that?
I'd so much rather, even though it'd be more of a pain in the ass for traveling, I'd rather have the in and out than be on a specific place for so long. Like being on a ship for 7 days or 8 days, that's just, I can't ever see myself doing that again. I might jump off.
Yeah. I mean, you got to like 2-3 days.
That's what I told my agent, and we'll see what dates they give me. But I'm like, look, I can never do more than 4 days ever again.
Wow.
I'm going to get a fake doctor's note.
Yeah. But just like you feel like that feeling of being on the airplane once they close the door and you're just breathing it in and
Yeah.
everything. You feel sick.
And I don't
There's
like
no
the
way
fake-
this is healthy.
It's fake air on the ships.
You know you're breathing in something that you're not supposed to breathe in, even if
Yeah.
you're not sure why.
Recycled air. You see it. You get your nose all clogged.
Yeah.
You can't adjust the temperature. That's one of the things. Even in like hotel rooms everywhere. I don't like when you can't adjust the temperature in the room. It's either too hot or too cold.
Yeah, the windows sealed shut.
Yeah, and you got the thermostat has a lock on it.
Yeah.
And all that they have is like a little vending machine downstairs.
Oh my God.
Little treats for $17.
Yeah, you wake up and it's like, man, where am I even gonna eat breakfast right now?
And even outside, like you can't even eat bread. Like certain places you go on when you're on land, there's nothing. You're not gonna get an Uber to go get an egg sandwich.
Right.
It's like there's no Seamless or
Well, all you want to do is eat. Let's just have like regular food.
right.
And it's, oh my God, it's just I just woke up. I don't want to go to this big ass restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all I want is a little bit of regular food.
Is there a grocery store?
Yeah.
Nothing. It was crazy when I was in Goshen. That one scarred me real good for the road. I was like, dude, I could never do. There was nothing at all. You couldn't even get a beer.
Wow.
There was literally nothing in the town except for a post office and a wedding dress place and
Wow.
a place to buy pool tables.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all you need is like just like a Denny's at that point.
A Denny's or like a bar with some food.
Yeah.
But these places,
it's like a Walmart.
they're all Amish. They ain't going to the bar.
Right. Yeah.
You couldn't
I
even
mean, I don't
buy
think that's the
beer.
thing. Is most cities are not that.
I hope not.
Most cities you go to, you got these dates booked. It's like I'm just gonna be a regular city. I'm sure you go to Walmart, you get a ham sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. You might not get the big cities.
Oh man.
I might be one of these comedy, because I did the comedy zones and all those wineries. There ain't shit.
Oh well, that's like in the sticks too,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Hopefully at that point you got a car.
Those comedy zones are wild, man. They're like, they sell out so much. It makes me realize honestly, there is an art to doing these shows, because these comedy zones, every one I've done, they had to turn down 35 people probably. They're sorry,
Right.
you should have got your ticket sooner.
Well, you're farther up out of town. There's just not shit to do.
1 hour out.
Yeah.
Everywhere was 1 hour out of town.
Wow.
Like we were an hour outside of Atlanta. We were in Columbus, Georgia. Beautiful place too, college town.
You almost wish you could just like pull up at someone's house, just be like, "Hey, can I just have breakfast here?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll pay you. I just want like a bowl of cereal and a cup of coffee.
Can you get shot?
Yeah, but I wish that was like a service, where it was like, I know you got a little bit of food. I'll pay
I
you.
did that in over by your area, Middle Village. I was eating at this Italian lady's house for a while. They just let me in like
Yeah.
family.
Oh, there you go.
Great food too.
Yeah. Imagine if the world was like that.
Man, it would be perfect.
Yeah, if you could just travel around.
Yeah, going to those spots, it's like you gotta just go. You gotta hope to hang out with the opener, so you're always hanging out with some like. When a lot of these comedy zones I'd have somebody pick me up if I had to fly there. Somebody'd pick me up from the airport,
Right.
you know, and it would be like, dude, it'd be like an 18-year-old kid, you know.
You're just in their car.
Yeah, the car's a piece of shit. They got some loud music banging. They take you to like a fucking
you gotta stop.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You gotta stop and pick up their sister.
Yeah, all types of shit like that.
I
I had this one guy, man. He's just sitting there. I felt bad. He tried ordering a beer. They wouldn't give it to him because he's 18. He's just sitting there eating a little cheeseburger and French fries. Starts telling me about his dad. I'm just like, buddy, I don't know what type of conversation this is gonna be.
Oh my God.
Let's just work on jokes. You know, I can't. There's a certain age of these kids, these young boys that are troubled. Speaking of crying, like they look for a father figure.
Yeah.
You know, I never
Well,
know.
once you're in their car, especially,
Yeah.
that's when it's a very intimate situation.
Yeah, they want to talk to you about stuff. You see them getting teary-eyed.
Well, it sucks, especially if you're in the passenger seat of the car and they're driving and they keep turning to look at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, let's look forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, road's that way.
I'm sorry about your dad.
Yeah, keep your eye over there.
You know,
Yeah, comedy's crazy.
he never went to one wrestling match, you know?
Yep, comedy's hard. Yeah, that's the answer, man. It's a tough business, bro. Don't let it get you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try to be funny.
Man.
You know.
That's the truth.
Yeah, just put out the content. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's tough to think about. I mean, like, because now you're really trying to ramp up. I'm trying to do the same thing about ramping up to go traveling around the
Yeah.
road and everything. And it's like, it's so hard because you're working so hard to do something that you don't really want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, you gotta try
Something
not to
that-
think about that.
Something, but I mean, like, you know it in your head. You can't not think about it.
Right.
Well,
Even
it's not like, if somebody wants to, like, they always want to be a doctor, lawyer, or something.
yeah.
They really want to do the work. And I mean, you really like performing. You really like that aspect of it. But knowing that there's this big of a drawback
I'll
to
tell
the point
you,
where it's like, God damn, I don't want to go to the airport right now.
the thing that really got me, honestly, is even in the city, in my dream, I thought, oh, when I'm running around and doing spots at clubs, I'm going to love it. And it's like, no, nowhere is perfect. Like, LOL had its problems. Every club has its little ticks.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know, it's like, why can't it just be fun and perfect, dude? Why? I don't even like going to comedy club. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, of course.
I almost don't even like going to any comedy clubs at all now. I'm like, so what am I
Even
going
like
to do with my
even the
life?
really good ones, it's still like people are still pissed off about
There's
stuff.
going to be a tick.
But I mean, you're gonna be real. The first 2 weeks are gonna be real exciting. And
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like you finally made it, and then after that, it's gonna be like, oh, can I switch with you?
Here comes
Somebody
the drama.
pull some bullshit with you.
You know, Geechee guy got a joke like that.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yeah,
Where it's like, you're on.
right.
Yeah, how'd you get in here?
Yeah, wait, they got you closing?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, I'm supposed to close.
Yeah.
They call me the closer.
It's like you always have an issue. There's always some bullshit problems.
Yeah, that's life. I mean, you gotta
It's
just
life, but it's like,
get
man.
through that.
I'll-
Even though, but we're always saying too, even if you are at the big level, big dog Shane Gillis level, still got to travel.
But what do you think the problems are with him at clubs? Nobody's giving him a problem.
Not even that, but it's like you're leaving a nice situation. He's got a nice house, probably with a pool, hot girlfriend,
Right.
and it's like I got to wake up. You still got to get to the flight early. You still got to get to the airport at 6:30 in the morning, and you still got to eat your little Starbucks egg and cheese sandwich. And
you
don't
think
want to
a
get in
dude
the-
like that's got to backdoor the airport? He can't be.
well,
He's
even
not
then,
going straight up JFK like that.
I'm sure sometimes small airports.
Wow.
You travel. You've seen his tour dates.
Yeah.
Day. It's like no. I'm sure sometimes you got to get in the Uber. Uber smells.
I did the backdoor thing with that big influencer I was touring with,
Yeah.
and it is slick. You know, there's a hotel in JFK Airport or LaGuardia, one of them.
Yeah.
It's like 1970s.
Yeah.
You pull up right there. The Uber drops you off. You go down a red hallway, and boom, you're right at the gates.
Right.
It's
But those
crazy.
guys, though, it's like you see their tour schedule. It's like there's no, you can't sleep. You got to go one city, and the next day you got to be in Pittsburgh. It's like you can't actually. You got to check out of the hotel at 10.
Yeah.
So it's like there's never like you're not on vacation when you're on the road.
I'd hope that there's a way that at one point we could make that shit way easier.
Nah, traveling's traveling. That's why guys go crazy.
Well, money makes a big difference. Like with me, I'm have to take this bus because I don't want to pay the $200
Yeah,
Uber.
I mean you're not gonna be taking Greyhound buses. Hopefully, once you start making some money,
I would probably do like the fucking,
at least take a JetBlue flight.
I would. I'd be JetBlue. I'd do the backdoor shit. I'd want to. I'd pay extra to do that shit because
Right.
they have that JetBlue Mint.
Right. Well, I mean, hopefully you get upgraded at that point. You're flying first class or something. But even then, no. Airport's the airport.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. That's why even if you look at the people who are in TSA, I mean in clear, and the people who are getting on the flight first, they're still pissed off.
Yeah. Unless
People-
they're on Xanax.
Even then, I mean, everybody's like, you're still like, you realize your body is fighting you. People who are in first class, you would hopefully think that like they'd be all smiles.
Yeah.
They're in heaven. You're getting free cookies and you're getting like hot towels, but it's like, nah, they are pissed off because they got to go to Denver.
I can't stand. I always was an opener for a lot of people, so I'd have to just listen to the big headliner. And there was certain headliners that just create the problem. Everything could be fine, and then they just they're going up to the desk shaking, getting all erotic, It's like, buddy, we got to just chill for a minute.
Uh-huh. That's when you start developing weird tics, too.
Yeah. Well, they check your bags. That's what makes everybody snap. They'll be like 3 bags, and she'll be like, it's a Wendy's bag. They'll be like, I don't care. You can't have 3 bags.
Oh,
like,
my God.
they're that straight. You can't have your carry-on food.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. When I'm actually more successful and I'm making the money, that's what makes all the difference, though. Like someone like Shane Gillis, he's flying out for probably $100,000. You'd be
what's the
smiling
money?
to
No.
that money.
No, you would be smiling for like a month. And then after that, you're still stuck out there. What's money good for if you're still stuck? You can't choose. You can't do what you want to do.
Yeah, remember we looked at his shit. It's like a year and a half from Louis C.K.
Look at him. Look at the Louis C.K. tour. It's like this dude. I don't care how much money you're spending. You are exhausted.
Well, it would be hard to be an opener on that tour because you're probably getting. Well, I'm sure Louis C.K. takes care of his people, but openers don't really make much, even when the other person's making like $100,000.
Yeah, it's probably like 1,500 or something.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, you get some good food and then get a nice travel. But yeah, that would be. God, have you seen like I saw a TikTok video of new airplanes they're coming out with?
No.
You're getting squeezed even more.
How's that even
They got
possible?
seats where it's like a double decker, but they're not like
What?
it's like you're in your seat and then the other seat is like right here.
Oh, I seen buses like that.
Yeah.
That's like that train. That's almost like the Metro North or whatever train that is.
No. It's just like buses in like India style,
Okay.
where it's like you have you have a little bit more leg room, but you have less.
So somebody's butt is right in your face.
Yeah. Exactly.
Just trying to double up the money.
Yeah. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, I know a guy that farts so bad at comedy clubs, they took the alarm off the emergency exit, and he has to go out there and fart. Imagine that.
Wow.
Imagine flying with that dude.
Yeah, that guy's out there, and it's just like, man, I'm still doing this with my life.
I hit a major point of depression the other night. I did a bunch of spots, and every situation I was in was fucking miserable. I was looking around the room like, I threw my life away for this.
Right. Yeah.
But you got to try not to think about it.
Oh, you see why Bill Burr is doing a Broadway play.
Well, it's like, I'm sure I could go wash cars.
Yeah. Well, you see why if you're in, hopefully you get into a high level of show business, you start doing other stuff. You do a little movie. Then you go on the road a little bit.
Well, imagine being famous
Film
if I
TV
could make
show.
this Facebook money, but be famous. Like, we're talking about the money these guys are making. We don't even know what they're making on the internet. That's where the real money is.
No, I mean, if that was the real money, they wouldn't be doing all this other stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
The money's the money.
Right.
But it's like, hopefully, I think, at least the ideal situation was you'd be doing a little bit of everything. You wouldn't just be on the road every week, and you wouldn't just be,
I get how you always say strike when the iron's hot. I would go hard for like a year, and I would
Well,
take
that's the
a
other thing,
fucking
too,
break.
is that it's not like you have the choice.
Yeah.
Once you're out, it's not like you're going to be hot forever.
Yeah, it's
And
true.
I mean, all this stuff goes away. So it's like while they're offering you the big check, it's like you got to fill your calendar up. And then hopefully in a few years, once they, you get canceled for something, hopefully you got some money in your pocket at that point.
How long do you think people stay hot for? 3
I think
years?
5 years max.
I remember Louis C.K. saying something. He didn't want to be on top so long. He's like, you shouldn't be on top the whole time.
Well, you see how they take you down.
Yeah,
Once
that's true,
you
too.
get too big, that's when they really pull you down.
And that's
it's
a
like
unique situation.
Nobody who's at the like big arena, Madison Square Garden level, you got a window of like 5 years. And then it's like, it's going to be hard to sell 14,000 tickets.
Unless you're Kevin Hart.
Exactly. There's a Sebastian or somebody. But even then, it's like, that's why those guys always got to work so much. Because they know this isn't going to last forever. So it's like, you got to grab all the coins while you can.
I'm hoping I never blow all my money if I make it. I'd want to buy a cheap house in Ohio on some land.
But you
An
do
old
that
car.
first, and then hopefully you take all the money from there. And then it's like, once the money runs out, I can still go back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit on my truck.
You'd stay in New York. You'd end up balling out, dude. You're good
Maybe
with money, but you
Jersey City, maybe?
Nah, you'd be in a luxury apartment in Soho.
Oh, man.
I know
What
you,
nice.
bro.
I'd buy a place at least.
You would.
I wouldn't be renting, hopefully.
But if you buy a place in New York and Soho, it's probably $5 million. Taxes alone are probably about
yeah,
$250,000
hopefully
a
I'm making
year.
a nice chunk of change though. Once I run for
You're
president.
gonna be
or something.
one of those old ripped up dudes.
Oh man, I'm gonna just be dressed in all black.
Yeah,
I mean, one of
could
those guys who's, you know what I mean? One of those like kind of like guys in his 50s who's in good shape and he's
hair all slicked back.
always wearing black.
Yeah,
He's got like glasses that are round.
ripped up,
Yeah,
just all veined up.
just acting real cool.
Think you'd start smoking cigarettes? How successful do you gotta get before
I
you?
can never, yeah.
But until you get a bad habit,
Oh right.
you gotta get one. You think it's gonna be hookers? You're too close to. You're in with your own
Maybe
zen.
like some sort of wine or something.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Just something you got to switch, or even like some sort of bourbon or something.
Yeah,
you gotta
like we were
switch it around a
talking.
little bit.
You don't think you'd get into sports gambling?
Oh, absolutely. I thought you meant like drugs or something.
No,
It's
just
yeah.
a bad
Oh
habit.
no,
a
yeah.
devil.
Put a little money on. Yeah, a little action.
You need a little devil.
Yeah, you gotta let it out.
Some people always need action.
Yeah. It's only gambling if you lose.
Yeah, I could see you going to those high-end poker games.
Oh, yeah, right. At the end of the night, I'm cutting off my fingers and shit.
You'd probably be really good at poker or gambling or baccarat or something.
Oh,
You're
man,
smart, dude.
Baccarat would be sick. Yeah, I play mahjong. Down in Chinatown at 3 a.m, playing some fucked up mahjong. It's just me and 3 old ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dee Mao.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's plug your wedding date, huh?
Yeah, I'll be in Ohio on the 7th and the 22nd.
Yeah.
So come see me. Come
What's the cousin names?
Gino and Anthony.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah.